Hi, welcome back to the Genealogy Gems YouTube channel. I'm Lisa Louise Cook, host of the Genealogy Gems podcast, and I'm here at Roots Tech 2015. There's a lot going on, and I'm wondering, are you seeking dead people? If you're seeking dead people, I have someone you want to hear from, and that is Hudson Gunn from Billion Graves. Hi, Hudson.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I was kind of thinking, man, I hope I can corral you because you guys have been busy.
We are very busy. Roots Tech is always a very busy time for us. We launch a lot of new products, a lot of new things, and we are just constantly swamped at our booth. So
Exactly. It
I'm
sounds
glad
like
to be here.
every day something new is coming out. So we're going to cover the basics of what Billion Graves is about. It's a website and an app.
Yes.
All right. So give us the elevator speech. What do we get when we get involved with Billion Graves?
Okay, so first of all, Billion Graves project is to document and preserve the world's cemeteries. Now, it's not just to take the photos of the cemetery headstones, it's to capture the GPS location. And that's where the app comes in.
Mm-hmm.
We use mobile devices to go out and take and capture a picture of each headstone and the GPS location. It's then easily uploaded to our website where volunteers all over the world transcribe those records to searchable records that we then give to our partners, like Family Search, Find My Past, My Heritage, and many others. So it's now searchable in your family trees as you're doing genealogy work.
So they're using the app on their, let's say, their smartphone.
Yes.
And they're out in the cemetery in the field, and you're thinking, well, you're there. If you turn on the GPS and you get that picture, in addition for your own files, you're really crowdsourcing gravestones, correct?
That is exactly what we do.
Can they use the app to find one that somebody else has already snapped?
Yes.
Okay.
We have, our existing apps have some of that capability. Now, one of the great releases that we have at Roots Tech is that for the new iOS app, we have great new functionality for researching from the app itself.
Wonderful.
So a lot of the tools that have been on the website before are now available on the actual app. So when you're out looking for somebody inside the cemetery, you can manage the content, you can transcribe records from the actual gravesite.
Oh, great.
So for the difficult graves that you might not be able to take a great picture of and transcribe, if you're there, you can do the etchings, or you can do the little finger, a couple of those techniques to try to get that information, and you can transcribe that right there, whereas with just the photo, you might not be able to see them.
Exactly.
So we provide a lot more tools on the device itself to help our volunteers when they're actually out in the field.
And that's the iOS, so that's for the Apple,
yes.
right? Your iPad, your iPhone. If you take a picture and you look at it and it's got the shading or whatever, is there any editing capability to tune it up a little bit before it goes into Billion Graves?
We don't have the capability yet, but that is a feature that we are adding to our apps. However, we do have the ability now on this new version to take another photo and continue to add photos to records.
Okay.
One thing that we want to do is add kind of the history of a headstone as well. So if we might have a photo of 10 years ago, somebody revisits the grave and takes another photo, the condition of that stone might have changed since then. So we want to take a history of the actual document itself as it's being preserved.
Perfect. Well, now, I'm happy that the iOS is coming out because I have an iPhone, but what if we have a Windows? Did I not hear that Windows users are finally going to get on board with Billion Graves?
Yes, it has been asked thousands and thousands of times. We now have an application for Windows.
Great.
It is released at Roots Tech. We're considering it a public beta version. It is identical to the new iOS version as well. So it's our first release with Windows, so we're calling for volunteers to help us do some in-field testing with the Windows application, fix any minor issues or bugs that we have so that we can do a full public release of it.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yes.
So tell us, what else? Because I know that you have partnerships with some of the big companies, and what should it be looking for?
Okay, so the first one that we announced on the first day of FGS is a partnership with them.
Yes.
What we're doing is very exciting for the
just to clarify, Federation of Genealogical Societies. So FGS, these are the people who are trying to help people get together and work on genealogy nationwide, and you're working with them, you're partnering with them.
Yes, we are partnering directly with them. Now, we've found that a lot of those genealogical societies are having a hard time sustaining themselves.
Yes, that's the
and
challenge.
Producing the funds to do the publications that they want to do and to cover some of those maybe declining membership fees that they've been collecting over the years. So what we've created, along with the FGS, is what we call the Billion Graves Rewards Program. Now, because we have the GPS location of each grave, we are now able to provide direct-to-grave services for those individuals, meaning that we work with florists, monument companies, genealogical companies, any service provider to now have flowers delivered directly to the gravesite, not just at the interment where it's typically been held, but at any time now. Now, every time a flower is delivered to a headstone, the service provider takes a photo and the consumer receives a picture, a beautiful picture of their headstone with the service that's been provided. Now, the best part about it is that any revenue goes back to the Genealogical Society for helping us provide that data to help us connect with that family. Now that provides vital revenue for those genealogical societies to now fund the projects that they really want to be doing that they just haven't had the money to do in the past.
And I've heard about societies who sometimes make billion graves, their local cemetery, their pet project, where they're going out and they're crowdsourcing that information and getting it in there.
Exactly.
Find My Past has been a sponsor here at Roots Tech, and you guys are working together with them too,
yes,
right?
Yes, that is our big announcement today.
Yes,
as a matter of fact.
You heard it here.
Yes, you heard it here. So we are partnered with Find My Past. We have a great and long-term initiative with Find My Past, with many things to come in the upcoming months. We're going to be starting off with just having our record index available for free on Find My Past and for all of their users. In the future, we'll be working very closely with them, and unfortunately I can't spill the beans on some of the things we want to be doing there.
Oh, come on, it's just us. They're just listening.
There's no cameras. Okay. Yeah, exactly.
He's not going to tell me.
Unfortunately not.
So the index, they're going to be able to go, when you're already in findmypast.com and you're doing your work, the index will be a part of it. When they spot something, does that send them to your site, Billion Graves?
Yes, they can come and verify it on Billion Graves. Now, we'll provide all the information on Find My Past to help them provide those hints they mentioned in those keynotes to help you in your family tree. And as you match those records to Billion Graves, it's now a source that's on your family tree. That information is provided back to us at Billion Graves to help us to continue to look to see how those are also linked inside of individual cemeteries.
Perfect.
So there's a lot of people buried in family plots and a lot of information that's held inside of the cemetery. So our goal is not just to take the photos of the headstones, but to work with the cemeteries, work with the genealogical societies to find that really rich data that's held inside of the cemetery that's just been locked away for so many years. So we're trying to provide wonderful opportunities for the cemetery to be involved, for the Genealogical Society to be involved, and the regular genealogist to be involved.
And Billion Graves, the app, is free.
It's free.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. So no reason not to get involved. Maybe chip in. You're doing some research of your own. You can add it to Billion Graves. And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All the activity. And I'm just keeping my eye on all the announcements, and we'll talk about it more at Genealogy Gems. Hudson, thank you so much for joining us. And
thank you for having me.
Thank you for tuning in here at Genealogy Gems YouTube channel. And we want to stay in touch with you because we're going to be having more great videos coming, not only from Roots Tech, but as I travel around the country all year long. So click the subscribe button here on this channel and you'll be in touch with us, okay? Thank you. We will talk to you soon.